Hello, and welcome back to Syberia 3. Let's continue uh, trying to help the youkols. We have arrived to the town of Valsembor, and we're looking for the some kind of clock master, right? Because he should have a prosthesis for Kirk back in the hospital. Okay, okay, I got it. Thank you.
A tavern?
Not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh god, I need a map. Howdy.
Lost your way, pretty girl?
A little bit. Hey, Steiner. That's the guy I'm looking for, right?
Steiner.
Okay. A little bit aggressive, but I'll take it.
Hello. Are you Mr. Steiner? I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Steiner. My name is Kate Walker, and I've come to pick up the prosthesis for Kirk, the youkols spiritual guide.
And well, dear Miss Walker, Dr. Efimova has informed me that the young man was not yet in any sort of condition to withstand the operation, and that...
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
It is impossible. That pendant you have around your neck. I would be very obliged if you would entrust me with it for a moment. Please, Miss Walker. Mein Gott! An XZ-2000 automaton heart in perfect working condition. A compensating spring memory. Pendulum ventricles and small mechanical pumps. Everything seems in excellent condition. Donnerwetter! Where on earth did you steal this, Miss Walker?
His, one of the reviews mentioned that voices are weird. You have what seems to be an like
Answer, please, Fraulein. I'm listening.
old-aged gentleman with such a young voice, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, now I get it.
I did not steal it. It's a souvenir. It's all I have left of Oscar, a very dear friend.
Ah, so. And yet I am actually very familiar with this type of precision mechanism. An infernal precision. Incredible, unique expertise. For this was a Vorarlberg automaton, Miss Walker.
Indeed
Yes.
it was.
It was Hans Vorarlberg who designed this object. Tell me, did you know him?
Oh, yeah. He even lived here a few years. We did a lot of work together. He taught me so many different things, you know. So it is useless to try and make up silly stories, Miss Walker. And I am afraid that I am not about to allow you to leave here as long as you have not told me the truth about where this object comes from.
Are you imprisoning me?
Mr. Steiner, Oscar was a very special automaton. He inspired almost human emotions. But today he doesn't exist. He isn't dead, of course. Because what has never lived cannot die. Oscar was just dismantled. It had to be like that. All that I have left of him is that heart, a heart made of metal.
It's far more than just a heart, miss. It's far more like a kind of mechanical hard drive. A computer that is full of cogs, gears, and springs, but...
Are you okay, man?
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
My heart... need... my medication. Quickly!
Just don't move. I'll go and get your medication right away. No medication in sight. Empty.
Oh man. Okay, waiter, come on, we're looking for the medicine.
An old press clipping.
Waiter. I can't see crap, woman.
Kirk's prosthesis. But it looks like it isn't finished. A woman's writing saying, "Grandfather, don't forget to take your medication 3 hours before dinner."
And when's dinner? Man, you could have made it easier. Is it not here?
A prototype for the clinic aviary?
For what it's worth, it could have really told me. Oh,
That could do him more harm than good. A prescription. No medication. Nothing that could help him. No way.
come on. Well, that's one way to resolve his problems, right?
Nothing that could help him. There's no point.
Oh man.
My heart. I need my medication. Quickly.
Can you provide some kind of context? Oh. Jesus is Lord.
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
When's the guy's dinner? Hmm? Oh, craps. Uh, I wasted it, right? Would have been fun if he only has you know, one portion and all. Again, cursor just disappears. Like, where is it? Can you find it? I can't. Yeah, now it's there.
Thank you for your precious help, my dearest Miss Walker. I'm afraid I may have judged you somewhat hastily.
Don't mention it, Mr. Steiner. Tell me about the prosthesis. I need to take it back to Kirk very quickly. If, of course, you agree to let me have it.
Yeah. I just have a few small adjustments to make. It involves very precise and meticulous mechanics, understand?
Will it take long? I'm sorry to insist, but I also have to give a hand to those unfortunate youkols. I need to help them get across the lake with their herd of ostriches. I'm so worried about them.
Once the mechanical leg is at last ready, I can go to the clinic and bring back young Kirk to you. That way you only have to worry about what happens to the other youkols.
You'd do that, Mr. Steiner? That would really be a great help.
So, perfect. But dear Miss Walker, are you aware of what lies in store for the nomads when they reach the other side of the lake?
What on earth's the matter, Mr. Steiner?
The next stage of your journey is the poor cursed town of Baranour. It has become hell on earth since the time of the last great ostrich migration.
Please join me downstairs for a moment, Miss Walker. I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Okay. I think that we've already been there, and we know that there are no torture mechanisms or anything. Film reel. Okay. I can now also have a look at this thing.
Fantastic.
Wait, that was the only thing I can interact with? Hmm. How the hell did I do that? Yeah. No clue what to do with it. I mean, you're saying fantastic, but like, what the hell? Newspaper clipping. Dr. Zamatin, Faculty of Medicine. Dates, 2 vials, 3 boxes, take daily, preferably at tea time. And tea time is 5 p.m. Okay, got it. Let's see this thing. The Lake Gazette, Baranour local news. Incident at Baranour nuclear plant. Authorities downplay effect. Oh. Tempest in a teapot was how the mayor of Baranour, Anatoly Mykolayov, described the incident yesterday that has worried the communities around the local nuclear power plant. I spoke personally with Victor, director of the plant, immediately after I was informed by my constituents complaining of noise, he stated, and I can assure you that he satisfactorily answered all of my questions. In a word, all is well. Indeed, it would seem that a minor technical incident was at the origin of the alarm. A power test conducted on reactor number 3 at 1:23 a.m. caused planned radiolysis of the cooling water, which in turn caused small, inconsequential detonations that were sufficiently loud to lead nearby inhabitants to legitimately react. As for rumors of underground flooding and a fire raging in the facility, Mayer was both firm and reassuring. Spreading rumors like that is purely and simply anti-patriotic, he said pointedly. Given the importance of nuclear energy for the economy and industry in our beautiful region, do you really think we would take an accident lightly if it were as serious as the rumors say? And the town councillor added, the reality is that the current systems in the plant are so sophisticated that an accident, and by accident I mean a major one, is statistically almost impossible. When we contacted him, the director concurred. He also confirmed that he had been in touch with the Energy Ministry, which in the event saw no reason to worry. Permanent correspondent. Record number of visitors for the Baranour amusement park by 50,000. That's how many entry tickets have been bought for the Baranour amusement park since it opened last year. The newly elected mayor of Valsembor is delighted at the impact of on the region that this ice fishing drama, conclusions of the inquest. Last winter it stirred emotions up all over. Leo, out on the lake to do a little ice fishing with his little brother, drowned tragically when he fell through the ice. The inquest has concluded that it was an accident despite the testimony of the victim's little brother, who claimed that... And you'll never know what he claimed? No.
Look just next to the films there, Miss Walker. You should find a film on Baranour.
The film's missing.
Baranour, the cursed city. Baranour, the martyred town. Baranour has been nothing but a field of ruins and desolation since a week after the explosion of reactor number 3 in the nuclear power plant. Valsembor is on the other side of the lake, sheltered from the prevailing winds, and fortunately it seems to have been spared from the deadly radioactive clouds. Our town was mobilized to go to the aid of our neighbors. Although our town's means were modest when compared to such catastrophe, there were nonetheless among us some brilliant mechanical engineers. In record time, they developed a small army of automatons capable of helping the affected people. Those men and dogs of steel could go where a human could no longer set foot without becoming seriously ill. Over there, they could be excavators, rescue workers, and treasure bearers.
Oscar! They all look like him.
Truly magnificent pieces, Nishtvar. The XZ-2000 model is most assuredly one of Hans's major masterpieces.
Their mission was to bring back any survivors of the catastrophe to Valsembor, where the victims would receive the best care in Dr. Zamyatin's clinic. The Crystal, the ferry usually responsible for linking the towns of Valsembor and Baranour every day, carried the new type of rescuers to the scene of the drama, and brought back the survivors. survivors of the catastrophe.
So Baranour suffered the ravages of a nuclear accident. But according to that film, the automatons you designed with hands should have helped save lots of lives, right?
I'm afraid that's not how things went. Because of Captain Obo, who... Ah, that must be Sarah. Please come this way, Miss Walker. I'll introduce you.
So what did Captain Alba do?
A woman's writing saying, "Grandfather, don't forget to take your medication 3 hours before dinner." Tools that would have suited Hans.
Miss Walker, may I introduce you to Sarah, my granddaughter?
Nice to meet you, Sarah. My name's Kate Walker.
I actually owe Miss Walker a candle. Thanks to her calmness and peace of mind, I'm still here and on my feet. She found my medication and gave it to me before it was too late. Donnerwetter.
You don't mean you had another attack, do you? Ah, you're being so very naughty, Grandfather. You absolutely must let Dr. Zamiatine examine you.
Come on, stay calm, my little child. When I go to the clinic to take the prosthesis to the young youkol, I'll stop by and see the good doctor. Until then, why don't you make yourself really useful to Miss Walker? She's looking for some way to transport the youkol caravan to the other side of the lake.
Well, I think I've already found the solution. The boat in the film, the Crystal, it must be the ship that's docked in the port. If it was able to transport the automatons you and Hans built, it could carry the ostriches across the lake.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's a slight problem of size, dear Miss Walker.
Hmm?
What on earth do you mean?
Obo became a poor wreck when he simply abandoned our automatons in Baranour. The coward now drowns his sorrows in vodka. He's convinced that he fled because of the monster in the lake. Heh! Apparently the imbecile saw the monster, Himmelgott. So he went back on his tracks, abandoning all the automatons in Baranour as well as the people they were there to rescue.
Grandfather, I know you're still really angry with Captain Obo because he abandoned the automatons that you built with your friend Hans in Baranour. He was supposed to wait for them. They were going to take all the survivors they found in the rubble to the boat and then bring everyone here to safety in Valsembor. But in the end, when he got to the beach at Baranour and saw the disaster and all the dead, he became really afraid. The disease, the radiation, he must have had an uncontrollable panic attack, so he immediately turned back, dumped the machines on the Crystal into the lake, and came back empty-handed to Valsembor. And the automatons have been there ever since, in hell. But who knows? Maybe today he'll want to sell. I'm sure Kate will be capable of convincing him to help the youkols. I have to go do my waitressing shift in the tavern. Come by and see me later on, okay? Captain Obo will be there.
Okie dokie.
All right then. I'll try and convince Captain Obo. Thank you for everything, Mr. Steiner.
I don't know if I really should wish you good luck, dear Miss Walker. Baranour is only an open grave now.
Ominous. Um, what the hell? Sheesh. I'm like, what's going on there? Oh, that must be the station to the clinic, right?
When they shut the funicular down this morning, it created chaos.
It's kicking off near the town hall.
No youkols in Valsembor! The shopkeepers can't take it anymore! The shopkeepers are on strike!
There've been 10 thefts from my shop since those savages showed up.
Mayor! Do your job and come out onto the balcony! Voters want to
You should have
talk
seen
to
it back when the port was still open and booming. Never even heard of a strike.
Thieving youkols in Valsembor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Thieving youkols in Valsembor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Close the nomad souk! Throw them all out or we'll stay on strike!
There've been 10 thefts from my
People are
shop
getting
since those
more and more
savages
excited
showed up.
here. Be a
Mr.
riot
Mayor,
if it goes
who's
on.
gonna pay?
Come outside! Show yourself, Mr. Mayor!
Yeah, come outside now or we'll throw you out in the next elections! Mayor Buyakim! Mayor Buyakim!
Thieving youkols in Valsembor!
The shopkeepers are on strike for the first time in ages. That's not good business for anyone, if you won't mind.
We're not leaving until you come outside to talk, Mr. Mayor!
Is there anything else on this square, I wonder? I begin to doubt that.
Looking for cigars or some hooch? I'm even cheaper than the nomads.
Okay. Oh, not all.
I don't have any coins. Too bad.
Not all the shops are closed apparently. This one is open. Christ almighty, how big is this city? I think I turned into this alley last time. Okay. Okay. Cafe. Tavern. Whatever.
That shape there in the water. What is it?
I can't see crap, it's too dark.
Captain Obo?
What do you want?
May I sit down for a second?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry to impose, but I actually really...
You know, you kind of remind me of someone. The wife of the quartermaster that served on board the Crystal after the war. Do you realize he got married to the first cousin of the wife of a machinist?
Oh, okay. That's all really interesting, but what I wanted to ask...
That's a really great story, really. Because did you know? So there. So the guy answers, I don't know nothing, Captain. Turns out he was hiding in the broom closet. Hilarious. Irina, the wife of the quartermaster, her name was Irina Malevna. Crazy how much you look like her.
Oh, gee, it's getting late. I have to go. You can finish telling me the story another time, Captain Obo.
Sober him up. How can you imagine that? Where is my cursor? Here. No. Talk to the lady.
Is everything okay, Kate?
Not really. I'd like to ask Captain Obo if the Yukol caravan can go on board his boat to cross over to Baranour. But I can't get a straight answer. He's completely sloshed.
I'm sorry, miss, but I really think you're wasting your time. He's getting drunk again to forget his crimes, like he always does. To forget he wasn't brave the way a captain should be. Can you believe it? In Baranour, he just picked up and abandoned his passengers. And I know, he'll never want to see that cursed place again.
I'm not sure that's true, lad. Even if he does drink a lot, the captain's a pretty good guy. Say the right thing, and you may be able to convince him.
If I'm ever lucky enough to find him sober, even for a moment, I need that drunkard to listen to me.
Maybe I can help you with that. I'll make him one of my famous small restoratives. After that, he'll want to sleep for 3 days, but at least his mind will be clear.
You know the captain better than I do. What can you tell me that will help me to convince him?
One thing's for sure, he definitely hates himself for abandoning all those people to their fate over there in Baranour. All of those men, women, and children that Grandfather's army of automatons was going to rescue and bring back on board the Crystal. He has the impression nobody here will ever forgive him, and to be perfectly honest, he's not far wrong. Plus, he's also racked with guilt. So in my opinion, avoid criticizing him.
Who knows what became of the victims and automatons the captain abandoned?
No, everybody hates the captain for that. But nobody volunteered to take the helm of the Crystal in his place to pick up the survivors. If there are any left in Baranour, they're all dead now, that's for sure.
Grandfather says that the automatons would have broken down really quickly with nobody to maintain them.
Do you know why Captain Obo fled Baranour?
He must have been completely traumatized by what he saw there. The catastrophe, the victims, and then the radiation. He unloaded the automatons on the beach, but he didn't expect they'd bring the survivors back right then. He just cracked, completely snapped. Full astern and goodbye all. Can you even imagine?
Afterwards, he came up with that story of a sea monster appearing and attacking his boat.
Yes, the old legend of the monster of the lake. Convenient, isn't it?
But we have seen some people in the clinic from Baranour with deformations on the face. Is that from the radiation? So some people were saved from there, right?
Has Captain Obo taken the Crystal out of port since leaving Baranour?
He's been far too drunk ever since then for that.
And anyway, the port's been closed since the tragedy of Baranour 20 years ago.
Oh.
Do you think the Crystal is still in sailing condition after all this time?
I'm sure there'll be a few repairs to do, but Obo never stopped keeping it in shape, you know. He loves his boat, despite everything. Go see the captain. Sarah will bring you the restorative when it's ready.
Take this, Captain. This one's on the house.
My God! This piss water unbattens the hatches, swabs the deck, and opens the portholes. Hello, Miss.
My name is Kate Walker, Captain Obo. We met each other earlier.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence at the table of the regrettably famous Captain Obo?
This is good news, Captain. You're back at the starting block again. You have a new beginning, a new dawn.
Now that's a good show of spirit, Miss Walker. What'll you be having now? It's my round.
No, it's not.
What I'd like you to do is to help me, Captain. I could even say you're the man of the hour.
What do you mean by that, young lady?
The Yukol caravan has to cross the lake now. It absolutely must continue on its migration, do you understand? So I thought that maybe they could board the crystal. That way you could take everybody there to the other side, Captain. I know you don't have fond memories of your last crossing, of your departure from Baranour, but...
Why the hell are you bothering me if everybody has already warned you about horrible Captain Obo? The gutless wonder.
You're right, Captain. It's safe to say that people don't have a particularly high opinion of you. But I think you're afraid to know where I want to take the youkols.
Listen to her. All right, then. Tell me where Miss Walker actually wants me to take her in my old tub.
Baranour terrifies him. I need to be more careful. If I'm honest, maybe he'll appreciate it. You won't like this.
Stop going easy on me, would you? Where do you actually want to go, Miss Walker?
We're going to Baranour. That's where the migration is taking the youkols.
Are you kidding? Baranour? In 20 years, nobody has landed. Nobody's even set foot there. I saw the hellish red eyes of the monster of the lake. Beast as big and long as my boat. Ask your yukol friends what they think about it. They call it the Kilak, the evil spirit of the lake. The devil guarding the doorway to hell.
He's lost it. I should read him the riot act. He is really stubborn. I have to try something else. In that case, I'll buy the crystal.
What makes you think she's up for sale?
You've left her in the port to rot. She's completely run down. You haven't the money to keep her shipshape. I have money, and I need that ferry.
She's a ferry, not a liner. And the girl wants to take the helm of the crystal. Now I've heard everything.
I know that if the proud crystal had an equally proud commander at her helm, things would go better. But as you don't want to go on a voyage...
No, believe me, miss. I wouldn't really be doing you any favors by helping you.
Captain, please.
I'm sorry, but it's no.
So what happens now?
Listen, Kate. Don't go giving up just yet. I'm pretty sure the captain can still be convinced.
He seemed pretty categorical, I'm afraid.
There must be some way. Go explore his boat. The crystal has always been like a home to him. Who knows? You may find something there that'll make him change his mind.
Why not? I'll give it a try. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. So do I understand correctly that we could have convinced him on the first try, But since we didn't, we have something else to do now. It is some sort of non-linear path around here. I don't know. No, that's not where I want you to go. Come on. Reset the camera, there was something over here. No, maybe not, okay. Anything else around here, maybe? Again, maybe not.
Hello? Anyone here?
Have to fight the camera again. Please don't make me. What the hell? What's that thing? Probably a bag. Okay.
It looks like it needs repairs. Too bad. The captain's logbook.
Proud commander of the crystal. I'm a man, and because I err, I am a man. Uh, 2nd to May. 2nd May, 1989. That was written by a coward. The title is less prestigious than captain. It was nevertheless preferable to the prospect of once again being confronted with the lake and the red eyes that lurk there. Its eyes. I suppose I should start from the beginning. Now that I've thrown the old log overboard so the tale can be told afresh, everything is ready. A room for my account, my confession. As, to judge by the speed with which the bottle of vodka is emptying, there is little time left before I plunge into a sleep stripped of nightmares. I never really knew why they asked me to become commander of the crystal. I have to say that at the time I was a young wolf, dressed to the nines and proud. Merchant marine, navy. There wasn't a port from Arabat to Baranour where they didn't toast the health of Captain Obo, not to mention a few black eyes and gap-toothed smiles handed out along the way. The fact remains that when Valsembor asked me to take the helm of the crystal, I accepted, and years of happiness followed. 20, in fact. The work was easy and enjoyable, consisting of daily runs between the Valsembor and the different towns on the other side of the lake, Nakhodotsk, Tangushkaya, and Baranour. Damn, Baranour.
No matter what the captain says, this part clearly shows he wanted redemption. I have to go back and talk to him about this.
Baranour is the town just across from Valsembor on the other side of the lake. Since that crazy mechanic from the west set up his amusement park there last year, all I was doing was transporting tourists going to it. But that was before the accident in the power plant. Before Baranour became the radioactive hell that it will remain for centuries and centuries. Lots of people survived the meltdown. They got way more radiation than they were supposed to, sure, but they came through it alive. So given the crystal's record and its captains too, the authorities immediately thought of us when it came time to go rescue those poor bastards. The mission was simple. Unload the rescue team on the beach at the Baranour amusement park, wait for them to come back with survivors, then take everyone back to the Valsembor clinic, until all the survivors were safe and sound. Despite the risk and the terrible sight of all those bodies, the first few crossings went as planned. Then things got out of control, because that's when it arrived. Fear. Everybody who says my name now the way you spit on the sidewalk will tell you. After all those crossings, the radiation finally put the wind up Obo's sail. When he says he came straight from a bottle, that that drunkard's more scared of the atom than of ROC smugglers. But on my honor as a sailor, I swear that's all wrong. Sure, just thinking about all that pernicious radiation invisible to the naked eye and capable of burning you and creating countless mutations is enough to give me the cold shivers. Of course, it put the wind up my sails. Worse, in reality, a nameless terror, glacial and dark like a moonless night. But that's because I saw it. It, the monster of the lake. With all those arms stretching out forever, its evil eyes shining with a cunning and malevolent intelligence, those eyes. So yes, I know I can never make up for the harm I caused by abandoning the rescuers and the last survivors in Baranour. That damned me forever. I'd also be lying if I never thought about going back to challenge the monster fair and square, look it right in the eyes and try to make up for my crimes. But what good would it do? That won't bring back the people I left to die. Nobody would forgive me. The facts have shown that I'm too gutless to agree to be led into hell by one of its most eminent representatives if it's not going to do anyone any good. Totally gutless and selfish, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless, the only thing that counts for me now is keeping the lake and its inhabitants safe from my presence on board the Crystal, and no more pretending. The truth is that I need to protect myself from the lake and that cunning devil it hides at all costs. Now I approach the end of these lines, I can't stop looking at the Crystal's ignition key, that old trinket that's been in my pocket for 20 years and that I've used so many times to set course on the lake. I see the bottle of vodka is empty, and yet my mind is clear. Far clearer than it was when I fled Baranour, since my damnation. Right now, at this very moment, I know. I know how to nip any suicidal inclination in the bud, any sudden urge to confront the horror that waits me on the lake bed. Where did that damn jacket get to? And there is an option to go somewhere downstairs, right? Thank you. Took you a while.
Everything seems to still be working. Strange for a boat to be left like this, unwatched.
Can't see crap in there, to be honest. There was something else. Just over here. No.
Wow, what a lot of room.
Not sure what you're talking about. I can't see anything over there.
Nobody here either. It's more and more like walking through a ghost ship.
I think I can see a set of stairs, but that's it pretty much. Convincing Kate to take stairs is an adventure on its own. Not gonna lie.
What on earth do you want with me now?
I took a look at your logbook, Captain. I read what you wrote when you fled Baranour.
So in that case, you know what I am, right? I'm damned and rotten to the core.
Let me tell you something, Captain. I know that you need to redeem yourself, and I just may be able to help you do that.
How in the hell?
Take the youkel caravan to Baranour in the Crystal. The migration must go that way.
Baranour, that's impossible. You can't go to there anymore. Never again. Too much happened. Too many died. But also there, in the water.
Captain, I think it's time for you to clear your head of all these fanciful stories designed to scare people. Everywhere in the world where the water is deep, people have come up with legends designed to keep children safe. Come on, get up, Captain Obo. Show me what you're made of.
Miss Walker, first of all, I have to say that you're an incredibly stubborn woman. I'd even say that you're a real, Anyway, I'll stop there. But I get it.
And what am I to conclude from your appraisals?
All right, all right. You can get your gang of little savages and board the Crystal. I'll take you.
Oh, thank you, Captain, really, with all my heart. And thank you on behalf of the youkols.
Oh, but be careful now, Captain Girl. You're not there yet. There are two conditions, and they aren't negotiable. First, we stop by Narrows. It's a little town just a bit south of Baranour. That will mean we avoid the most radioactive zones, but it won't actually take you too far off your path. And second, we also sail by day. I'm not going to finish up on the lake monster's plate. And it sleeps during the day. The beast is usually a bit of a night owl anyway.
I accept, Captain Obo.
In that case, all hands on deck now, sailor, because we've got work to do before we can hoist the anchor.
Come on, Kate. You hurry off and meet with the captain before he changes his mind. I'll go tell Grandfather to join you on board the Crystal with Kirk.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, now, I do have a question. How would youkols get inside Valsembor to board the ferry? I mean, they're not very welcome in the city, are they? Or are we gonna issue everybody a pass? Which does not seem very feasible, does it? I'd expect to find him on the bridge, to be honest. Yep.
All right, Captain. How are the preparations going?
There's quite a bit of work to do before we can hoist the anchor, Miss Kate.
Maybe I can help you out with something.
Well, the coal needs to be stocked up. As for myself, I'll look after getting the water tanks ready to be filled. Take this. It's the code you need for entering the hangar where the coal is kept. You actually need it to use the crane to load the coal onto the crystal. Don't forget to open the storage hatchway first.
What do I need the crane for?
This here is for loading all the coal you get from the hangar onto the ship. Use the code I gave you so that you can access the control post.
What do I need to do in the hangar?
That's where you'll find all the coal you need for the crystal. One container should just about be enough. And don't forget to use the entry code for the crane that I just gave you.
You said it twice already.
How do I open the hatchway to the coal storage on the crystal?
Just turn the wheel on the ship's bridge, sailor.
I'll take care of that, Captain.
We need to set sail as soon as possible, so better hurry up.
So, the wheel on the bridge. This is supposed to be the bridge. Where is the wheel then? I don't see any way here. Wait. Okay, that should do it, I guess. I thought bridge is like the controlling thing. Yeah, the hangar, yes. Let's see. 0509. It's a little bit dark in here. Okay, maybe not now. Maybe also not now. That's a stick. Why do I need a stick? I have a stick and a shoot. Okay. I begin to piece this puzzle together. Do we need a stick to find out which one has... Don't know about you, Kate, but I have no idea if it's full or not. Man, percussive maintenance is a valid method of troubleshooting. I think I need this one. It's a very loud clang. Can you please... Thank you. Cool. Why, thank you. Are you gonna carry the stick around? Because you still have it, you know?
Let's try something else.
Thing is, we don't have any key. That's kind of a problem, is it not? Oh, it's not a keyhole. It's a button. That is actually an interesting puzzle. And now the crane, right? Right. Okay, I might hold on for a while because I want to try the crane. How do I climb it? Okay. Okay, that's a grab arm. That is swing arm. No, the other way. Sorry. Oh, that's gonna be problematic. Do you think I'm at the correct position? Huh. Seems like I am.
Apparently you did a very good job loading all the coal, Kate. Right. Everything's ready, so we can start filling the water tank. Now we need to connect the water tower to the crystal, then climb up there to manually activate the water flow mechanism.
Let me guess. You're counting on me?
When you're
It's actually
finished, come and
interesting.
see me on board. There's still a lot to do before we're shipshape.
So he said first connect and then climb and activate it, right? Well, let's go and find where we can connect it. That is actually interesting. Messing up with the machines is something that I enjoy. So, oh. Okay. Ha. What the hell, man? You just gotta be fast because this thing for some reason wants to jump out. No matter. We can overcome this thing. I mean, we just loaded coal in this thing, so. What's water for us, right? How do you know how much water to give it, by the way? Now, we saw that there was a save, and before we continue, how about we wrap it up around here? I am enjoying this part. I am enjoying the preparation of our ferry for our lake crossing. That is quite entertaining for me. Now, we will continue with all our preparations and probably departure in the next episode. For now, thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. And if that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.